Hello, Dale Majors here, and in this video, I want to explain how I ditched sugar about 18 months ago and outline the 7 or so mindsets or beliefs that I had to adopt that helped me get to where I am right now. And I'm in a really enjoyable place. It's not hard to not eat sugar, and I don't crave it. And I really probably got there in 3 or 4 months. So without further ado, let me jump in to the beliefs. First off is the belief that food can change your energy level. I was on a hike with this guy once, and we got done from the hike. I went into the gas station. I said, "Hey, do you want a soda?" He said, "I don't drink soda because I don't want to spike my insulin levels when I'm driving or other things." And I'm like, "What are you even talking about?" And he began to explain, like, "Hey, when you drink soda, it spikes your energy level, but then you have to come back down. So it's called like insulin spiking, right? And then we're gonna get to insulin resistance a little bit later." My brother Bruce had told me these same things, but it kind of clicked. I was like, oh yeah, maybe I don't wanna have like varying energy levels all the time. What if I could have like this constantly like good stream of energy? I don't like to caffeinate or do other things that are artificially, kind of promote my energy or increase my energy, right? I liked that idea. It was the idea that food can change your energy level, and when you spike your energy, you'll get that spike, but then you also have to live with the low parts too. Belief number 2 was you don't want to be constantly changing your insulin levels and messing with spiking your insulin. There's something called insulin resistance, and you can check out other videos online. Ben Bickman has some really good content on YouTube about insulin resistance, and so does Jason Fung, who wrote The Obesity Code. It's all really good stuff. And when I read the book, How Not to Die, it gave me this really kind of overwhelming sense of, Dale, even if diet isn't gonna make you fat today or, make you sick and really unhealthy today, a lot of the dietary choices we make are an investment into our 70-year-old selves, 80-year-old selves. And the quality of life that we experience then is kind of how we treat the vehicle today. And I kind of related that to cars, right? Like, I can't tell in my car when I put premium gas in necessarily, but I know that long term, it's gonna be better for the engine, and I may notice at 150,000 or 200,000 miles. And that's belief number 3, is that a lot of the things that you do today and how you eat and what you put in your body are gonna influence your 70-year-old body, 75-year-old body, whatever. I want my body to work well when I'm old because they're gonna keep us alive for a long time, right? Hopefully. But how well do we want our organs to work and everything else? So when I realized that how we treat our body today is gonna impact how much energy I feel or how well my body works as an 80-year-old, I was a little bit more into the whole diet changing thing. And if you want a few good movies to watch, there's one called That Sugar Film. It's on Amazon Prime. I think that one's really amazing. And there's also a video on YouTube called The Plagues of Prosperity. It was given at a university, BYU, by Benjamin Bickman. And those two things, just kind of gave me a good feel for, and they were really motivating to help me ditch sugar. All right, belief number 4, and I think this one is actually the most helpful, is that your flavor profile can change. Some people, we're kind of conditioned today with social media to want 2-minute TikTok videos, right? Or 15-second TikTok videos, really quick entertainment. And back in the day, our family, our grandparents were fine sitting by the radio and listening to an hour-long radio story or whatever, right? Our attention spans have changed in a big way. And I think it's the same thing with food. Our grandparents would just eat 3 square meals, with regular whole foods, not processed foods, and they were fine with that. Where today, we need the quick fix and the processed foods and the sugars and the fats and everything that's really tempting. A lot of us are just not as good at being able to eat boring foods. Where there was a Harvard Health study that said that people that drink diet cola, diet sodas, are less likely to eat fruits and vegetables because they are less appetizing. If our taste buds are used to having really stimulating things, it's gonna be hard to enjoy a carrot or a tomato or an apple. So the goal for me was to have like these Andy Griffith taste buds instead of like South Park taste buds, right? To be able to enjoy the simple foods, because the simple foods are what are really the most helpful. Another thing that I learned, I don't think this was a belief, and this is probably one of the most important things too, is satiety. Satiety means to become full, right? To become satiated, satisfied. So there are certain foods, like whole foods, have the elements still in the foods to make you full. An apple will make you full. It's really hard to eat 7 apples in one go. But you could very easily drink the juice of 7 apples. It's because the fiber's been taken out and those elements that make you full, those satiety elements, have been removed. So they don't make you full. So as I learned to only eat foods that would make me full, that are intact, that are whole foods, it was a lot easier to eat as much as I wanted, because all of the foods that I should be eating will tell me when I'm full. But I could go and eat 2 bags of Sour Patch Kids and still not be full, because they don't make you full. And neither do chocolate chip cookies or anything like that, right? Anything processed. Soda, you can drink so many calories in a soda, but it doesn't make you full. Another thing that helped with this flavor profile and everything else was fasting. And I made a few other videos on water fasting. I did a 2-day water fast, a 3-day water fast, and then a 7-day water fast. I had some videos there about how to be motivated during water fast, or also just my experience doing it. After each of those fasts, I was a lot more aware of what I ate, and I had a little more discipline to eat the right things. So that kind of 1-year journey of doing different fasts really helped me align myself with this new diet that I'm on now, which is mostly just eating real food that doesn't have added sugar. Belief number 5 is realizing how emotional eating is. I couldn't go to a movie back in the day without having popcorn and soda, because it's synonymous with movies, right? You need to have popcorn and soda. It's a very emotional thing. You need to be snacking. When I go on road trips, I need to be snacking and eating something. And I realized that when I was fasting. Even if I wasn't feeling hungry, I needed to be eating something because I was doing this activity that needed food. Or I go on a date with my wife, I need to have some sort of dessert after, because that's like the ultimate way to finish it off, right? So to help with that, you can't just avoid. I love this Socrates quote that says, "The secret to change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new." It's related to finding substitutions, right? Instead of saying, I'm gonna avoid all these different things, I'm gonna avoid everything. No, don't focus your energy on looking back and trying to stay away from all this stuff. Just come up with new, amazing things that you like. So for me, instead of eating chocolate chip cookies and cake and some of the bad things, I found things that I loved. I cheat with dark chocolate. 72% to 80% dark chocolate has a couple grams of servings of sugar per serving, right? So you can have a square and have a gram or 2 of sugar. Or I'll have frozen fruit with almond butter and whipped cream. Whipped cream per serving has 1 gram of sugar, right? But these are really great, amazing treats that can be a replacement for dessert. My wife made me a watermelon cake that was also amazing. Don't focus your energy on avoiding, but find things that you like and that you enjoy, and make a list and brainstorm all the healthy foods that you would like, and then have all of those things around. So when you want a snack and you want a treat, have those things instead. And belief number 6, I thought that it would always be a struggle. So I probably didn't go off of sugar for the past 10 years because I didn't want to live without chocolate chip cookies. I avoid sugar, but I probably even value more not wasting things. So, weeks ago, I found a half-eaten cookie, on the counter or something, and I took a bite of it. I had to spit it out because it was too strong, and I wasn't really being dramatic. It was just like, for my flavor profile, like, oh, that's actually like too much. It's not even good anymore. And I don't want to ruin these newfound taste buds that I have that can enjoy carrots and tomatoes and apples and pears, right? So it's not hard anymore. I don't struggle with it. I started writing in my journal 7 years ago, and at first I was like hitting my head against the wall to do it every day. I'd forget, and then I'd be so anxious while doing it, I just wanted to quit because I didn't have the attention span. But now it happens every day, automatically, it takes no energy, It's the same thing with eating healthy, it's not a struggle anymore. I'm not drawn towards junk food. And that's the really encouraging thing for me, is that if you go down this path of readjusting your taste buds and eliminating sugar and just eating good foods, you will get to the point where that's just your automatic response and what you want to do, and it's easy and fun, and you'll just, even if you don't have much weight to lose, you'll even lose a few pounds. So watch that sugar film on Amazon Prime, really good one. Read the book, The Obesity Code by Jason Fung, or check out Ben Bickman for more inspiration. I hope this is helpful. If you go on the whole no sugar journey, I would love to hear about it. And leave in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.